Hi guys, welcome back, and we're going to carry on with this place, and today we shall be getting the dungeon item. And again, it's another short video, and it's a lot easier for myself to do this. And I hope the video quality was slightly better yesterday, as I upped the quality when recording. So hopefully there should be a noticeable difference. But in here, we need to get back around. And the way to do that is to do some hook shotting. The first time here, when I mess up, to show you what it's like when you actually fall through. It's actually not a nice feeling at all. And the hitbox and the skybox is weirdly noticeable when that happens. What we want to do here is get a bit closer to the end of the block and then just line up as soon as possible so we don't get out of the range by going down too low. And again, equip the boots so you don't get blown off like that unfortunate monster did before. But yeah, I don't know if I mentioned in the last video, I don't have a lot to say about this place. I mean, it's basically a new concept for the Zelda games. Well, I think the Minish Cap was out before this, and it also had a temple set in the sky. So maybe it's becoming a new standard then. But as you can see here, the arrows just refuse to work on the wind, which is a really cool effect, and all you want to do is get very close to the crystal without falling off the side. And it shuts off that fan for us, making it easier and making another room accessible for us. And again, there's another example there of I'm misjudging the actual airstream, so I don't know how close I was to it. And all you want to do with these is really just run back. They always reset when you leave and enter a room, so you can never trap yourself really. And you only lose a heart if you fall down, so again, this place, falling or whatever, is more of a nuisance than anything else. It's not game breaking. And if you want to collect the stuff in these pots, the safest thing to do is to just smash them from afar and then run in and grab. It's always good to have yourself, you know, some form of arrow thing. And here I completely, you know, think that's the right way to go, but actually was mistaken. But here, this part, I would say one room where you do want to exercise some sort of caution, because it's got thin platforms, there's bats around, which are annoying. And there's those airstreams ready to knock you off course. But like last time, like in Lake Bed when we first got the claw shot, it's useful for taking down bats. And I completely forget about the Gale Boomerang here. These guys make a nice return, and they're not much trouble because they just fall straight down. Or you can also bypass that little bit there and just skip straight onto this block. And Z targeting and whatnot really can help with judging up distances and things just by being a little bit slow. Like here, I just really thought I was going to fall off for some reason. But again, I'm forgetting completely that I just used the Gale Boomerang. But there are bats around, and it's always worth taking them out because you never know when one's going to fly towards you mid-jump and knock you down. And again, we got one just right on the side here, so just be patient and wait for this to come back up again, and then we can take a running jump. And as you can see, there's a blue block which will fall down, so you want to just scarp off here as soon as possible, which again is useful to make sure all the bats are dead. And that hook shot location is mainly as a shortcut if you want to come back, but we don't need to do that. And in here we've got two armoured lizard flows again, and I'm just going to be cheap again and just use my Mortal Strike because it's such a useful actual move. It's crazy how useful it is. Once I get myself into position, and they're instantly taken down. Two difficult enemies they should be. I really think there should be some sort of limit to how you can use this. Like if they're surprised or something, I don't know, but it does make things like that a cakewalk. And as you can see, there's some more vines there for us to actually grapple onto to get ourselves into an advantageous position. And doing this is a switch. There's a few of these in the area, and as you saw, I completely ignored it at first, even though Link was blatantly looking at it. And this isn't. I thought it goes back up, but it doesn't. It's on timed little intervals. So if you wait a second after you've picked up another Uka, you will the stream will come back, and there we go. But what you really want to do here is. This is similar to the Wind Waker again, for when we had the Deku Leaf and we could use it to glide, and there would be wind pockets for us and little tornadoes and hurricanes to like jump over with, which was a nice mechanic, and I am glad it's back, to be honest. And it does return again in Skyward Sword. And this room is basically, there's a chest over there with nothing important in there, just some more cash money, but again, we're not really looking for it at the moment. I mean, you still can if you want to use the magic armor, but it's not too difficult. And here I completely miss again, another switch. So I end up cutting out me going back and forth a couple of times. And all we've got to do is, once we've activated the switch, fly on back over, and we can get ourselves in a little nook over there if you just saw it then. And there we go, just doing that, and the fact that I missed the massive switch again was pretty annoying. But so just look out for the visual clues of when he's looking around at stuff, and then it's not so bad then. And this is gives the impression of being quite a majestic and main room, but it's actually pretty you know, we come here one time, we can come back here again if we don't finish the place. This place really does offer us new ways to get around into other places, which you'll see in a moment. Because we're just above the room where we got the compass. And this opens the door, so if we ever need to come back, we don't have to go all the way around again. So it's nice to have stuff like that. And I didn't really bring it up, but at the time when we had to get over to the top, if you have to throw the Uku just as you touch the wall, so Link will grab it, otherwise you will fall down. And I'm not actually sure if that can be done in any other way. I'm not sure if I glitched it or whatever, but seems the obvious thing. But here you want to wait for the wind streams to stop, because you will get blown out the side. Doesn't happen to me, fortunately, which is good, but I can imagine it being quite annoying, just getting whisked outside. And again, just be patient with this, just waiting for the right moment. It's not too difficult, and as you can see as well, there's lots of who's it's about, you know, grappling things. And like I say, like we mentioned it before about how everything else has been red apart from the one time it was blue. It's like, really? And it's just just seems like an odd decision to make, not fitting in with the rest of the rest of the themes. Sort of like on Uncharted 3, you knew where you could basically climb, because most of the urban areas had yellow sort of stuff, which was a clear indicator they never really changed or went away from that. And in here you're getting the opportunity to stock up on some stuff, because we're about to fight the mini-boss. And again, we have to stop another switch. And I believe, yeah, some of them are heavy, so you have to equip the boots, which is another good thing, you know, getting use out of a few items here. And we have the mini boss of this dungeon now, and it's not difficult really, it just takes some time. And what you want to do is wait for him to hold out his shield when he's in the air, and then you want to just grapple that and pull him inwards, see him? So then you can give him a good couple of hits. But it seems a bit dodgy, like he can block really well, but the most effective thing is to stab him, basically, is to strike forward, so which is what I found was being more effective than slashing. And as you can see, the old strafe jumping is not going too well either. But just take your time, there's no need to rush, and just get in as many hits as you can. And also it's pretty odd watching this, because I've played the game for a few days. I've been playing Skyward Sword, so I'm used to having seen the motion of the sword, so it looks a bit odd. But here you'll every so often you'll come fly outside and go back through the one of the windows. And you get a brief amount of time to grapple his little shield before he charges into you like he just did then. And there we go, he's dispatched. And because it's the mini boss, we get ourselves a nice new weapon after this. and we just want to grapple on up with our really conveniently placed grappling spot. And there we go, we've got the double claw shots, which let us hang from what we've grappled onto, and then grapple onto something else, which is actually a pretty cool thing. I quite like it. It's an interesting way to move. It's better than a long shot. So what you want to do here is go back to the bit we were just on, the one which you got up to the treasure chest with, and then we should be able to reach the higher up things. It took me a couple of minutes. It took me about a minute or so to realise that. And it's pretty nice because you can hang and pull yourself up and down and then shoot again, so you can really count. Like here, it can be hard to see, but if you go down further, it's easy to get a better angle. And there we go. I shall see you guys for the next video.